Hello everybody, welcome on back to Harmony, the Fall of Reverie here on youtube.com/ShaunasaurusRex. I've been playing some other stuff and then did a big old video about Aladdin. But we're going to jump back into Harmony here. This is episode number 3. Going to be checking out act number 2. And then I was looking at the achievements and it looks like there are 4 acts plus like maybe a 5th and final like act, but it's not specifically numbered in the achievement description. So probably 3 more parts, maybe 4 more parts. We'll see how long this goes. I'm having a good time with it. It might be like kind of just not like relegated, but it might just be like a Sunday story sort of thing as we move through this. If you would like to see more of this or of me or whatever I'm playing, be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. We're about to get a dose of chaos injected into our lives, so let's jump in and see how that goes. Continue here. We're getting closer to finding Ursula. I can feel it. Ursula. There's like a weird U that some of them pronounce it with that's throwing me off. Reverie is guiding me through this maze, but there's a lot I still need to figure out. There's still a lot I need to figure out for myself. Okay. Act 2. The quest for chaos. Nothing but dreams. And then you got all this stuff. So the goal hopefully would be to get all the way through that. I don't know where the chapters are or whatever, but we'll see. The quest for chaos, a new day without a lead. And then we got this little area kind of ventures off and does its thing. So let's jump on in here. One of the things that I've found very interesting about this is how short some of these like little segments are. So keep the search for Ursula a secret. Everybody knows you're looking for. Okay. Jump back in here. It's been 5 years since I was last on Antia. It's weird to be back. So much has changed. So much is new.
So, what's the plan?
Huge fan of the voice acting, by the way. Laszlo, Nora, and I are in the kitchen. A bit phased out and a bit lost. We're still half asleep.
I just woke up, Grandpa.
Grandpa. Nora always calls her grandfather that. Of course, Laszlo's always hated the term, but it stuck.
The plan is to find some breakfast.
You mean get me to make you some breakfast, hmm?
Yep, that's the
If
plan.
you're offering.
They're smiling, but there's desperation in their eyes. We have no idea what to do.
Polly, got any more substantial, less food-oriented ideas, dear?
I'm trying to figure out our next move. We don't know where Ursula is. Not a clue. We need a lead.
We need a miracle.
The entrance bell rings. A couple of short, decisive presses.
You were saying?
Could it be the apparitions? Could it be the help Truth mentioned before? Consequences of outcomes. The node next to the next node's barrier was removed by the outcome you chose at the end of the previous act. Outcomes generally have greater consequences than objectives. For now, things are kept simple, but it might be different later. Let's see what fate has in store for you. I don't know. Oh. I'm a little confused. So which one can I pick either? I mean, I think everybody knows, so can I... Well... Okay. Not really sure what that did, but... I walked quickly to the gate. Laszlo and Nora followed in hurried silence. A handsome man stands at the gate, sure-footed, good posture. He flashes a brisk smile when he sees us. Oh, God. Whew. They said handsome. I didn't mean... Look at that. Oh. I didn't expect him to set my loins on fire. Holy shit. He's Impressive in a way, attractive for sure. Laszlo and Nora hover behind me, and they've elected me as their leader since I arrived, which feels good somehow.
Can we help you?
I'm Omar. I was hoping we could have a word about Ursula.
Oh, absolutely. We can have a lot more than a word. Woo-hoo-hoo. Born December 3rd, 1994, he owns a bookshop on Liberation Road, holds a doctorate in Oxyon culture. Moved to Atina after earning his degree to continue researching the Oxyon culture, but was denied clearance by the previous administration. All information on the Oxyons is tightly controlled by Monokonzern. Runs a bookshop, which now draws some regulars. From his phone calls, it appears he has a father and several sisters. There's a DILF in the picture? I steal a quick glance behind me. Laszlo is on. Why are you looking behind you? Don't worry about what Laszlo's doing. Admire the hot man in front of you. Look forward. Nora's face is a mixture of confusion and hope.
What about her?
I heard about her disappearance. It's the talk of the town.
Oh, is it? He quickly describes the energy of Alma last night. Whatever Jade's done, it caused a
She
stir.
didn't show up for our recent appointment, so I wanted to lend a hand.
He's calm, sure of himself, as if nothing could ever shake him.
Who are you, exactly?
I own a bookshop on Liberation Road. Academic stuff, mainly.
Liberation Road Bookshop, a bookshop on Liberation Road. It has specialized in academic publications for 9 years now. The very peculiar bookshop is seen as a quaint little place by tourists. Many specialists on the Oxyon culture stop by to visit the owner, order books, and chat about the latest discoveries. Owner Shibani, a historian by trade, was made citizen of Atina in 2030.
Well, that's it. I specialize in literature about
hold on.
the Oxyon.
I apologize. I accidentally hit A1 too many times. I own a bookshop on Liberation Road, academic stuff mainly. That's in these days, right? Nerd stuff. I specialize in literature about the Oxyon culture. The Oxyons, the culture that once stood on this land, word melders, poetic fishermen, and builders of temples, like many cultures around the Mediterranean. Could they be linked to Reverie?
Ursula and I shared an interest in that specific topic until her disappearance.
I mean, it would make sense that the Oxyon thing, otherwise it's like kind of useless.
Once I heard about that, I had to come here and offer my help. After all, it's about giving back. But the Naiads is a part of this community, right? This place was quite the landmark. Back in the day, of course. A refuge for artists, poets, and lost souls.
Laszlo opens his mouth to speak, but stops himself. He doesn't like how Omar described the Naiads, but Omar's right. The building's seen better days.
I'm Nora, and this
Is Laszlo. And I'm Polly, Ursula's daughter.
Daughter? That's... interesting.
He's like, I fucked your mom.
How so?
I had a sort of dream. Vague and very hard to decipher. The Oxyon word for daughter kept coming up.
This can't be a coincidence.
Well, nice to meet you, Omar.
Gotta take a little bit more of a mental picture for later tonight. It's hard to focus. The four of us walk toward the building, none of us saying a word. The lawn is gorgeous. In the summer, the whole community of Alma gathers here. A soup kitchen is often run out of the kitchen. Ursula cooks for a battalion while Laszlo serves the food and helps out along with anyone else who's around.
so. First time here?
It's a good question. Not everyone on the island has visited the Naiads, famous as it is.
Yeah. I moved to Atina a couple of years back. Did my master's on the Oxyon civilization, so obviously I had to come here to finish it.
I smile. I did the exact opposite, studied here until I could get as far away from Atina as possible.
How did you end up living here?
We've been here since forever. Ursula used all of her money to keep this place afloat.
Now it's just debts and leaky pipes.
At his granddaughter's words, Laszlo nods. That draws a smile from Omar. Good, the tension seems to be clearing. Is truth behind Omar's visit?
Perhaps.
Their voice in my head feels like a swarm of bees rushing through my skull.
Consider Omar here a helpful stranger, encountered on an unknown path. One who does not know the way, but is in possession of a map.
A wave of gratitude emanates from the aspiration. Is this their way of thanking me?
Think of this as a resetting of the balance.
Stranger may be the key to finding my mother. Laszlo and Nora seem to realize this too. It looks like they're dying to interrogate him.
So, what do you know about Ursula? Did you notice anything strange about her?
Calm down, Grandpa. But did she say anything to you about leaving? About going away? Do you have any leads?
Truth is still here, a presence behind my eyes.
I'd let them ask their questions before letting him into your sanctum. You can never tell with people. Not these days.
But you sent him to us.
More like he washed up on your shores.
My eyes practically roll themselves. I feel the weight of power and bond arrive. And something else, a faint presence I'm not familiar with.
Whatever they might say, truth is relieved. As are we all.
Yes, thankful also.
You're welcome. But right now, I've got a stranger to deal with.
The odd presence remains silent before fading entirely. But I have more pressing matters to attend to. It must be chaos. Or the other, when I clicked on the little heart thing, it's the character that has not been revealed. Omar's managed to appease Nora and Laszlo, but I need to make sure we can trust him. Okay. Convergence. The 2 symbol means that several nodes are available, and you must play a certain number of them in order to progress onwards. Here you must choose 2 nodes among the 3 that are available before moving on. Query about their friendship, ask when he last saw her, ask about the Oxyons. Now this one has something later on down, and that one also has something way on down. And oh, okay, all of them are kind of tied to where they're going. Let's see. So, when did he last see her? Ask about their friendship. Ask about the Oxyons. I think the Oxyons is a good one to start with. Let's work with that. Something's troubling me. This is the first I've heard about Ursula's interest in Atina's native culture. The Oxyons were hardly ever mentioned when I was growing up.
You say she was interested in the Oxyons? I don't remember her giving them much thought before.
Omar falls silent for a second, his eyes boring into mine.
She might have been a long time ago. In the last few years, she's been more concerned with the here and now.
Still, a few weeks back she came to my bookshop. Said she wanted to know more about the Oxyons. Books, scrolls, treaties. She had a particular interest in their rituals and habits.
What was she up to?
MK. MK has stirred up a lot of stories about the Oxyons. They've done a lot of good work on the ancient ruins around the island.
Sounds like MK's money is coming in handy at
They've
last.
spent millions digging and excavating. There's a museum being built. Exhibitions, galleries.
Well, that's the good part. But they sectioned everything off. Brought in entry fees and time limits, and made sure they get some return on their investment.
Yep, it did sound a bit too perfect.
Ursula told me she'd been given some Oxyon poems a long time ago. Before I was even born, as she liked to say. She was attempting to translate them. Modernize them, even. It felt like a real passion project. She never shared it with you?
No.
Okay. I don't think the lover thing is all that interesting. But hold on. This one goes, I mean, this one goes way down the line, which kind of makes me want to look at it, but like this one and the other one only open up stuff on the right or the left. This one's like a tangent way down the line that I think it could be kind of interesting because these could get blocked off anyway. I think I actually might go. We'll go with the middle. I didn't think I was going to go with that one, but just how well did he know my mother?
So you and Ursula were friends?
Omar looks momentarily taken aback, the gleam in his eyes dimming as he ponders the question.
Yes. Yes, I suppose we were. We bonded over our love of the Oxion culture and... Yes. Friends. But I haven't known her that long. A few months, maybe?
I hear Laszlo cross his arms, a rustle of fabric followed by a barely audible grunt. Nora senses the tension. Laszlo and Ursula have a pretty open relationship, so why the attitude? Why the concern?
Wow. I guess it's our lucky day. You might be just the person we've been looking for.
Before I can agree, a peal of laughter rings across the courtyard. No one's smiling, but there's that there's the laughter again, quick and manic. Chaos.
Look at him! For a man who prides himself on being pure-hearted, he's quite the bleeding heart.
I try to ignore the fizzling sensation in the back of my mind.
Oh, you're no fun.
As swiftly as they appeared, the cloud of their presence retreats, their laughter echoing across the sea below. Can't believe she'd started writing again. Okay, then this one unlocks that. Alright. Oops. Please, let me go in the middle. Oh, it's because that's the one I'm stuck on. I'm sorry. My bad. I thought I was one node further up. I can't say I trust him, but he's our best lead so far. At Laszlo and Nora's nod, I beckon Omar inside.
Here. I found these. I think they might provide a clue. Or a lead. Or... Well, I'm not a detective, but they look relevant. At least.
He passes me a few crumpled scraps of paper.
Ursula's handwriting.
Yes. It's part of her latest work. She gave them to me a few weeks ago and claimed she had a notebook somewhere containing the rest.
I think I can help you. I know exactly where it is. Wait here, all of you.
He almost pirouettes on his way out. Nora stifles a laugh, despite the reasons behind our meeting.
You're becoming our lucky charm.
Well, I was just worried about Ursula. It's, good to know I'm not alone.
We'll get to the bottom of this. Now that we have a lead, there's no stopping us.
I can't help but smile at Nora's confidence. But before I can speak, Laszlo practically batters down the door on his way back.
She told me where it was years ago. No secrets between us. But I couldn't bring myself to open it and read it. It's her personal stuff, you know?
Laszlo. Adorable Laszlo. Even with Ursula missing, he still thought it would be wrong to read her notebook. Everybody looks at the damn thing. It's pretty, but opening it feels like a betrayal.
Perfect. I know we might regret this later, but sometimes the unethical thing to do is the right one.
He leafs through the notebook, a sorry-looking and surprisingly thin affair. A concerned look darkens his face.
It's filled, cover to cover. Too much for one person to read. If I just... there.
Omar slowly unties the leather cord binding the pages together. I've never heard Laszlo make that noise before, a kind of strangled snort.
Nora, was it? Here, 2 sheets. Laszlo, take these 3. I'll take these other 3, and Polly, these are yours.
He hands out the pages as if they were flyers for the biggest concert of the year.
What have you...
I hope you'll all agree this is no time for unnecessary hesitation. The sooner we read Ursula's work, the sooner we'll find out if she left any clue to her disappearance.
Laszlo's face is beet red, but he drops his gaze to the pages before him. I take a look at my now homeless sheets in my hands. It looks like a foreword, and the opening chapters. They seem to be about family, the Oxions, and... I squint at the hastily written notes. A diatribe on life, the future, and her anxieties. I never knew. One sentence stands out from all the rest. The words sound alien when set against the Ursula I thought I knew.
Bound to live in a world where I drown in the memory of you. The rage inside still hasn't burnt away the tears. I'll meet you again in a fraction of time. Someday.
Who is she talking about? Okay. Omar notices my reluctance. So are we gonna be able to go over here? Locked. Okay. Shame washes over me for a moment. Should we be doing this? Trawling through my mother's secrets? Omar notices my hesitation and beckons me over with a jerk of his head.
I know. This feels wrong. But you know as well as I do.
That it's the only way. I do. Why did she even give you those pages?
Because I asked. She was writing again. For the first time in a long time, she said. She wanted an unbiased opinion, and I, offered my services.
But you never read them?
Once I saw they were poems, No. I thought she was working on some new Oxion translations. Verse, though, not my bag. So much for the enlightened academic shtick.
My mother's work can get a little... heavy sometimes.
I clench my teeth as I push back the memories.
But this new stuff, from the notebook, it's full of references to Oxion traditions and rituals. A treasure trove, really. I'm going to go back to it. Why don't you go and check on the others? They look a little... lost.
Timer. This node is subject to a timer represented with a timer icon on its lower part. The timer will decrease by 1 when another node is played. When the timer hits 0, the condition will be resolved and the barrier will break. Interesting. So then you'd probably want to come in here and... So you're kind of... Wow. Ursula's secret relationship. 3 truth crystals. 2... Is there a way to get 3 truth crystals in this? Chaos power. Gain 1 bond, 2 power. 1 power. Okay, so we could go over here, but that takes 2. Does not appear that you can get that many. Interesting. And one of them looks like it's locked as well. Have 1 truth crystal. Gain 1 bond, 1 chaos. Chaos power, truth. So 1 truth there. And then 1 truth here. Huh. Okay. So, see how Nora's doing. Or see how Laszlo's doing. I think I'd like to build a relationship a little bit more with Nora. So let's check on her. Nora looks, well, incensed. She's almost shaking with rage, or is it
Hey.
fear?
Everything okay?
No reaction. She's glued to her phone. Her fingers a blur as they tap word after word onto the
Nora?
screen.
What?
Oh, hey. I just... You look a little...
Polly. Wait. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap.
Ursula's poems. That good, huh?
Something like that. They're all about her dreams, how vivid they could be. I've read her work before, and this is by far the most literal I've seen her. According to this, she dreamed a lot about family, us, where we've been, and where we're going. She says that the poems claim that she can predict the future.
As soon as the words are out, she's back on her phone. Her face is flushed, her mouth tight. What's got her so frightened? Something's off. I can smell it in the air. The treacherous smell of offness. I wonder what's making her so focused. Who is she texting? Ah, okay. Then you would go down this way. Oh, so you still have 4 on the timer thing, right? Oh no, is that that's the other thing. Oh, so there's 6 of the timer things. Oh, so you can check on both of them. So you go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. Okay. So let's check on Nora, because this doesn't cancel anything out over there. All right. Let's see if we can get. Nora is typing away like a tornado on her phone. I'm too curious to resist the temptation. She's too focused to notice. I lean toward her to get a clear view of her screen. She's texting someone with great intensity. With great intensity and a lot of words, like a lot.
Are you texting?
What? Polly, you scared the crap out of me.
I've been sitting here the whole time.
What did you do that for? Sneaking around like that?
Okay.
Could have stomped up and slapped you on the back of the head and you wouldn't have noticed. Well, come on, spill.
No one. Just a friend. Hey, cut it out.
I crane my neck for a better look, and she angles the screen away from me. Wait a minute, is that?
Jade?
Maybe. I was going to, text her, but now I'm not so sure.
I didn't know you two were text level friendly. That's so cool. What are you talking about?
Nothing. Stuff. The poems, if you must know, they're all about Ursula's dreams, and there's a line about that stuff, egregor, and predicting the future. I thought it might help with Jade's work, but I don't know. They're just poems.
I feel my mouth pull up into a grin. That's clearly not the only reason she was texting Jade. Nora sees my face and blushes crimson.
I think it's a good idea. Texting her. Every little bit helps.
Tell her you're free tonight. I'll have you for dessert. Say something like that.
You think so?
I do. Oh, but be sure to tell Omar too. This is right up his alley.
The whooshing sensation almost knocks me off my feet. Chaos.
Please, Polly dear, leave Omar out of this. He'll figure it all out eventually. Now, Jade and Nora. That's where the fun's at. I want to know more about this burgeoning friendship we've got on our hands. And by the look on your face, I'm not the only one.
I step back, giving Nora a bit more privacy. Why? Maybe she's sending some cool nudes or something. Okay, send Nora over to Omar. What's Nora feeling? I don't have a bond to Crystal. So I am stuck with this one. Nora scoops up the sheets containing Ursula's
Time
poems.
to have a chat with Omar, I guess.
Yes. We need to tell him about the egregor. All the dream stuff.
Egregore?
Hopefully it'll help.
Sounds like a plan, Nora. Despite the circumstances, I'm happy we're doing this together.
We smile at each other. Nora had been a precious addition to what I can call my family. Ursula welcomed her and Laszlo without hesitation, and I did too.
So, I'm happy we're doing something good together.
Oh no. Don't say anything else, please.
Nora and I used to create these elaborate pranks. We would move furniture and artwork across the Naiads at night when everybody was partying, and those were the days. Before I left, before something changed with my mother.
I know we will find her.
I smile, as if Nora could read my mind.
Despite our relationship, I want to get her back.
I know. Let me talk to Omar. This'll cheer him up.
She gives me a little eye roll and strides over to Omar, whose face immediately lights up as she starts to explain. Good. Any clue is a good clue at this point. Oh, so I'm not going to be able to get that one. I might get stuck in the middle here. Actually, I think I'm going to end up stuck in the middle. Okay, so then we'll go over here. I go over to check on Laszlo. His eyes are a blur as they scan Ursula's words, but he looks up as I approach.
Hey, done already?
Not exactly.
Would you look at that? The old man actually came out ahead. I just wrapped these up. Poems, of course. All about family.
Our family?
He takes a big gulp of air. That bad, huh?
I'd say so. Your mother is many things, but subtle, no. There's one about relationships, the push and pull of the family unit. Your mother as a young girl thinking of her future. And the second, that one's about a lost love, one she can only find in dreams. Unless the gods will it, whatever that means.
That doesn't bother you? Her talking about love like that? Like something out of reach?
Look, your mother's never been a one-man woman. she was always crystal clear about that.
My mother's in an open relationship. It took me a while to understand that isn't a young people thing. It's a regular thing.
And I love her for that as well. She and Nora
He jerks his head in Nora's general direction.
both helped me to understand that love doesn't bind or restrain.
That's my Laszlo. Grizzly bear on the outside, teddy bear on the
But
inside.
in here, she mentions a presence so strong it can be seen in every line. Every word.
I've rarely seen such a healthy relationship. I wish I could say the same about me and my mother. Okay, now what direction do we want to try and go with this? Let's go about the family section, the section on love. Wasn't there a third poem? Something isn't right, he's hiding something and he has a reason for it. How she sees herself within your family will be revealing. Go on, ask him about that. And don't blush. The ones we loved say a lot about us. One chaos crystal, one power crystal, one truth crystal. Either way, it's going to unlock. Hang on a second.
Wasn't there a third sheet with another poem?
I don't think so. Just these two.
Omar darts over.
Actually, I think there was a third. Well, unless I dropped it. No, there was definitely a final poem.
Laszlo shifts, pointedly not looking at Omar. Why is he acting so weird?
Oh, but hey, look at these two. This one talks about a bunch of places we've been to on holiday. The Duquesa Islands, the ferry boat to Magdalena. And this one about a secret lover. She wouldn't hide that sort of thing from me.
Yes, that's interesting. Helpful.
Can't help but feel that Laszlo isn't being totally honest with me. Is he hiding something? One bond and one... Oh, I would guess the lost love would probably be like her daughter. Let's press for some more information. Is it just me or is it getting chilly in here? I look over at Laszlo and yeah, he's clearly uncomfortable to say the least. Now Omar is keeping his distance. Things are getting tense. Then I notice something in Laszlo's section. Lines he's trying to hide.
Laszlo, find anything else?
He hesitates and...
Look, there was a third poem, okay? I'm sorry, it's just that... It's...
Laszlo, you old softy, of course you can't keep up alive for more than 5 minutes.
It's different from the rest. Private. There are things in there that I don't want you kids seeing.
Laszlo, this isn't the time to go all mama bear on us. If there's something in there that could help...
There isn't. At least I don't think there is.
All of a sudden, I feel like a stranger. I haven't been home in years, and here I am knee-deep in my mother's innermost thoughts. Is Laszlo right? Have we gone too far? What exactly are we willing to do to find my mother? None of this is fair to anyone. Alright, Omar's ready to share his discoveries. I hear a sigh and Omar places his pages down on a desk. His eyes are closed like he's meditating on the words he just read.
You took your time.
So much in here. Poetry, of course. But very precise descriptions of rituals and cultural artifacts even I've never heard of. I don't know how she came up with half the knowledge there is in this.
Come on. Time to compare notes. Hopefully something in here will point us in the right direction.
I hope. I do hope we will get somewhere with this. Omar and Laszlo's thoughts. Being a big sister to Nora would probably have changed the game. Now, if I pick this side... Oh, you have to have a power crystal. Never mind. Can't do it anyway. I was going to say, if I pick this side, I can... I'll only be able to do this side over here. Because I didn't do 2 nodes to unlock this one. So it is kind of pulling me more to the left. Have 1 truth crystal, and then we go left up that way. I can't even do the other one because I don't have a power crystal. Everyone gathers around the kitchen counter. Laszlo shaking his head. Nora, white as a sheet. They're all looking to me. Let's see what we've got.
All right. Laszlo, why don't you start?
Well, your mother remains as mysterious as ever, I can tell you that for free. My sections were all about love. Love for us, our family, but also for someone else in faraway land. Totally inaccessible somehow.
This sparks something in Omar. He snatches up his pages, flicking through them.
Good luck making sense of that.
No. That does make sense. Here, look. In my sections too, there's talk of a reunion with this faraway land. And another being. The story reminds me of various myths. And many cosmogonies start with the reattachment of a split soul.
Laszlo's face sags just a bit. I want to reach out to him, touch his arm, but Omar continues.
Ursula seemed obsessed with this ritual. This idea of becoming whole. Which... it all reminds me of the Oxyon belief in realm crossing. And the Prescience. They wrote extensively on the subject. They said, by using the holy Ichor, the Prescience could transcend this plane and access another.
How's a bunch of fairy tales going to help us, hmm?
Not fairy tales. These were literal beliefs. This sacred liquid. They called it egregor. Pools of it were said to exist across Athena.
Egregor? Jade talked about that. And look, my section mentions Egregor too.
Prescience.
The Oxyons believed that there were those who could see the future.
Prescience. The Prescience program sprang from long-lasting, far-reaching research by Monoconcern's cognitive department. The program is intended to be the next step in humankind's evolution, freeing us from our mind's limitations. Selected based on strict criteria, Prescients are explorers of the mind. Guided by Monoconcern's newest technology, they are employed to delve deep into the human mind and reach further into our dreams than ever before. Where much remains unexplored, the Earth has been mapped and space has been conquered. Now, it's time to look within.
Literally see it laid out before them. And the egregor would enhance their abilities.
For a moment, I can breathe. I feel as if a fist has clenched in my chest. Am I a prescient?
The last time I saw Ursula, she mentioned them. I didn't think it was relevant to all this. But now...
You said this egregor stuff was just... lying around the island?
Yes. No. The sacred pools were said to be well hidden. We talked about trying to find them, but... MK has laid claim to every inch of Athena.
Nora was right. That sounds shockingly similar to Jade's investigation. A cold wave washes over me. Is this all linked?
I don't know why I didn't see it before. I believe there's a very real chance Ursula went to find a prescient ritual site. A crossover point.
Oh shit. Silence. No one knows what to say. To everyone else it must seem ridiculous, but to me, the aspirations, Reverie, Ursula, everything is connected. Okay, so now we can go up here. Steal the secret poem. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, 2 truth crystals. Oh shit, let's go. So do we, and then we have carefully plotted encounter. I've had enough of Laszlo's distractions. There, sequestered away beneath an errant chopping block, it's the 3rd page. My arm darts past him before he can react. I snag the sheet and yank it out like some pernicious, some dastardly weed.
Hey, Polly, no. Give that. That's not for you.
I'm not a child anymore, Laszlo. We need all the leads we can get.
Please, Polly. There's nothing in there except... I don't want you hurt worse than you already are.
I don't need protecting.
I didn't say you... Look, you know how your mother got. Her moods. Those words, they don't mean anything.
I walk away, not in the mood for a therapy session right in the middle of the kitchen. Looking down, the poem is peppered with bizarre symbols. Could Laszlo have read this?
That's, the Oxyon symbol for motherhood.
Omar speaks from over my shoulder. Without even looking, I can picture the concern on his face from how it drips from his words.
Are you going to try and stop me too?
No. But Ursula is your mother. And with her gone, these are yours, as far as I'm concerned. Just try not to take any of that poem to heart. I'm sure it's nothing personal.
My stomach lurches. Now I'm afraid. Maybe I shouldn't read this after all. friggin' read it. Oh, hey, Cupid. Oh, wow, 45 gamer score. Let's go. Oh, okay. Congratulations. You can now learn one of your mother's deepest secrets. Wait, hold on. Can I play that? I have 1 bond crystal. Oh, cool. Okay. Hold on. Oh, okay. Alright, let's... Oh, no! Wait, what? Oh, I thought I could. It didn't block it out. Oh, okay. A fruit fly lands on the sheet. I brush it away and start to read. Thanks to Omar, the poem makes at least some kind of sense. Motherhood is woven throughout, in simile and rhetoric both. It's complex, an unwieldy beast of contradictions and absurdity. There's no masking the heart of it, though. I shouldn't have read this. I shouldn't have...
Hey. It's okay.
Nora's hand comes to rest lightly on my shoulder. I can't stop
Polly,
reading.
you can... Maybe it's best if you stop now.
But I'm already done. I place the paper on the counter as my vision clouds. Part of me wants to throw these words into a fire, but the other...
She never wanted me.
Oh, fuck. Through the haze, I feel Laszlo approach.
Polly, sweetheart.
Motherhood was nothing but a colossal disappointment to her. I mean, I understand. I left, didn't I? But we were never good enough for her. Any of us.
I no longer control the words coming out of my mouth. This isn't helping anyone. Why am I still...
Now we know why. This love story for the ages. Nothing ever compared to it, not for her. And we're sat here playing detective when the truth is obvious. It's obvious. She wasn't kidnapped. She left us.
No one's looking at anyone else. The image of this new Ursula, however we each interpret it, has cast a glum pall over the room.
Look, I don't know any of you.
I'm
beyond
just
what
super
Ursula
hot.
Said, but we need to be real here. I think you may be right. Ursula wasn't kidnapped. She wasn't taken. She chose to disappear. But I don't think it was over some romance. She was too smart for that. If she did this, left without a trace, it must have been the last possible resort.
But at this point, do you, like, want to even find her, you know? Hey, Ochibet. Now that we know where Ursula is, let's figure out a plan to get her, to find her. Laszlo takes the floor. I notice his hands are shaking slightly.
These poems, they mention a few different Oxyon ritual sites.
Hold on, let's go. Mythology. Oxyons. The Oxyons lived on Antia centuries ago. Little is known of their habits. However, we do know that their dreams were closest to our world. Yeah, that's okay. It was easy to reach out to them. Once we did, they built temples and caves in our honor, showing how deeply they cared for us aspirations. Still, we stayed here in the shadows, never revealing who we were. The Oxyons disappeared and were replaced. Now, the remnants of their civilization puzzle... What? Oh, puzzle brittle. What? Now the remnants of their civilization puzzle brittle. Until this mystery is solved, we will remain in the shadows.
But only a few of them seem to relate back to this mystery love of hers.
We can narrow down those locations even further if we only look at those associated with the prescience.
If Ursula did leave to find one of these sites, it's almost certainly a temple. Most of them are underground.
Underground?
Even in their heyday, there were those who thought certain rituals profane.
Well, most of Atena's archaeological sites are pretty well documented. Con, it's because they're all owned by MK.
I've tried for years to get access to even a minor site. Nada. Completely off limits.
So, everything Ursula wrote suggests she went on some sort of personal quest to cross between realms and find her love.
And she needed an Oxyon temple to get there.
Exactly. So the big question is, did she find a way to get into that temple? Or did something get to her before she could?
A little bit closer. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I don't have 2 chaos crystals! Damn it. Oh, it's locked. I thought I was going to be able to do it. I didn't realize you needed the chaos crystals. So then what? You would have had to go more around this way? Then I would have gotten that. Wouldn't have gotten that. Well, I borked that up, huh? Damn it. No one has an answer. We're all drained. Well, I'm drained. Thoughts slip in and out of my mind at random, solid as clouds. We don't know what... We know what we don't know, and that's about it. Ursula left by choice. She didn't return because she was successful in her mission, or because she wasn't. It hurts. My worry for my mother is tangled up with anger now, and more than a bit of old resentment.
We know this much. Jade's investigation into MK and Ursula's disappearance are related. That's something.
Thank you, Nora.
Yes, that's something. Sorry.
So why aren't we asking her for help? Jade, I mean. She said she was willing. And I'm sure if she helped us, we'd help her. Mutually assured reconstruction.
And then I'd get to make out with her.
That's a good idea, actually. Yeah. That could work.
Jade? Jade Galea? You're friends with her?
Sort of.
Friends with Atena's most well-known activist. Impressive.
Okay. We have a plan. Now that's a real plan. I'm gonna go to the skate park. Like, right now. This is too important for online messaging. It's all monitored by MK anyway. Safer this way.
Hey, just... take care. Watch yourself out there.
Alright, Grandpa. It's the skate park, not a war zone.
Anyway, good luck, Nora.
Yeah, good luck, Nora.
I'll be careful.
I'm not entirely sure the plan is the only reason Nora wants to see Jade in person, but at least we have one, or the beginnings of one. Laszlo mumbles something under his breath and leaves. The reality of the situation returns, and I want to go after him. But I don't. He needs to be alone to process what my mother has done. She was always unpredictable, but this is further than she's ever gone before. Chaotic, even. Speaking of, the link between my mother and the aspiration of chaos remains unclear. I haven't heard from Bliss or the others, so I assume they've had no luck in prying them from the maze. The only move is to keep searching and hope the truth reveals itself. And we will figure out what that truth could possibly be here in just a moment. We'll be right back with more Harmony right after. All right, welcome back to Harmony. Let's continue. So we did now what? A little bit closer down what? Oh, end of the chapter. All right, cool. Okay, Act 2, Chapter 2. For a word to be spoken. Whoa. We're all over the place here. So, 3 different chapter ends here. Is there any way to look at some of these? Oh, okay, you can. Bond, truth, bond. Truth. Have a truth, have 2 bond. Gain a power, lose a truth. Have 1 power, gain a bond, gain a bond, lose a truth. And then over here is kind of like not a whole lot going on. And then once you start up this path, that's it. Gain 1 power crystal. Alright. Let's this one opens that. That one opens stuff down the line. But if we're gonna go more left, it probably won't matter. Okay. Alright. I love it. I love that there are 3, there's 3 exits. That's very interesting. There's a stain on the chopping board. Tomato, maybe? Or pepper. A red slash of color across the wood. I think about fetching a cloth and wiping it away, but I don't. I sit with the others, digesting the situation. Laszlo tears into some bread. Omar sips his glass of water like a hummingbird, phone in hand. Nora, still at the skate park. I finger a splinter, working it loose from the counter, thinking and not thinking. Digesting.
We are looking for a temple.
Laszlo swallows his mouthful, picking up the newest member of our ragtag party. Or looking up at the newest... I don't know why I thought that said picking. Laszlo swallows his mouthful, looking up at the newest member of our ragtag party.
Yes, I think we got that.
All the underground temples on Athena are under MK's jurisdiction. Locked down. For preservation purposes.
What a load of horseshit. That damn company. It'll be the death of this island.
The locations themselves are secret. They don't really want anyone near them. But look here. Athena's rich archaeological history is safe in the hands of our very own urban planning department. And there's a contact number.
Well, that's worth a shot. Surely.
The deeper we dive into this mess, the more convinced I am that MK is far more an independent observer. Or far more than an independent observer. They've always had an agenda when it comes to Athena, and now it looks like we're about to put ourselves directly in their way.
Should I give them a call?
Laszlo and Omar glance at each other, and then at me. They clearly have different ideas on how to proceed. Omar's advice. I always trust Laszlo's opinion. Now that's going to go over to the right. I don't know that I'm going to go the power route, but we'll see kind of how this next little bit goes. Usually, I like kind of the way it's like kind of weaving back and forth on this left side. Of course, I could maybe do a little bit of that old achievement hunting. 20 truth crystals. 20 bliss crystals, 20 power. 2, 3, 4. Chaos glory. Oops, spoiler, I guess. Let's see. Okay, so that'll reveal a node there, and that reveals a node there. Both of them are on the power side. I kind of want to lean Laszlo, because he's like an old friend, but part of me also wants like the unbiased aspect of it. He's already seemed willing to hide. But, we'll go with Laszlo. You can always count on Laszlo for advice in stressful situations. I turn to him and he smiles.
Laszlo, I'm a bit out of the loop when it comes to MK. What would you suggest?
That damn corporation only cares about its own interests. And if you can't beat them, join them.
Pose as an MK employee.
If they're going to help anyone, they're going to help themselves.
Okay, so now it's going to kind of turn out that we were good to tell what's-her-face, Nora, to maybe join them.
They've been talking about putting the Oxyon sites to use for years now. For tourism, you know? Heritage sites. And I saw they were partnering with the university, too. Lots to learn from those ruins.
I nod. Yes, this could work.
Yes, this is the best way.
Strike where they're weak. Say and do whatever you must to seize the reins. You're in charge. Make them believe it.
Nothing from Omar. He's not hiding his disapproval.
I'm afraid my allegiance lies with the scholar. This capitalist cabal takes an aggressive view of intrusions. Zero tolerance, in fact. Perhaps there is a less violent approach.
Omar notices me staring.
Whether or not this works, I guess it'll keep you off MK's radar. For now. The less they know, the better. We don't want anything happening to you.
I can follow Laszlo's advice or think of something else. Either way, I need to act. I don't know, power mid, like, kind of a persuasive argument. An unexpected ghost from my past. This one unlocks a couple down the line, okay. I fish my phone from my pocket and dial the number Omar reads out. He and Laszlo are both looking at me with a mix of encouragement and concern. The line beeps and beeps. The ringtone continues for what feels like ages. Maybe this wasn't such a good... Welcome to Mono Concern. Your call is important to us. Your expected wait time is... The machine's voice is lodged deep somewhere in the uncanny valley. Your call may be recorded for security and training purposes. Laszlo mouths a curse. Omar sighs, but no one's suggesting I stop. The bizarre accent is replaced by an equally grating muzak. I'm definitely having second thoughts now. What if...
Urban Planning Department, this is Yana Sayavong speaking.
Oh, shit. I mean, hello?
Hi? This is Urban
hi.
Planning. Can I help you? Wait, Polly, is that you?
No. That's not me at all. Oh, shit. Laszlo's eyes bug out of his head. Omar facepalms.
That is you. Polly, it's Yana from high school. Oh my god.
That's them, alright. Yana. We were friends, I guess, in high school. Truth be told, I had a pretty big crush on them. That's probably why they would stop me from getting close to them. Yana, born November 15th, 1998, studied engineering at MK Tech with specialization in hydrogeology. Look at that, nailed it. Works for Monoconcern's Urban Planning Department, level 5 employee. Born and raised in Atina. Legal pronoun change in 2008, no family issues, pristine employment record. Moved 12 times in the last decade. Jeez Louise. Even once a year would be like too much, but like a couple of those would be like, oh man, 6 months or something like that. That's wild. Moved 12 times in the last decade. No known lasting relationships. Arrested twice for drunk driving. Suspected drug use. My vision swims as the aspirations approach.
Think fast, but think carefully. Forge bravely ahead.
Oh, is most of this chapter going to take place on the phone?
You already know the path you must take. Stay true to yourself and your instincts. They will serve you well.
Oh, shit. Okay. Wow. Okay. A lot of this is going to take place on the phone. That's pretty wild. All right. Yana already knows. Reveal your identity. That one knocks out everything. This one doesn't knock out... Oh, I guess it... Well... That one just knocks out that entire left side. And you gain 1 power crystal. Do not reveal your identity. You no longer know them. I guess I technically haven't said anything. I could try that. But I'm not going to be able to get up here. Gain 15 power crystals. Have 3 power crystals. I'd what? Gain Gain 1? And then that would eliminate... Oh, so I just... Oh. I think... why can't I look left? But I don't see... Revoke a hidden node. Revoke a hidden node. Pretend to work for MK. So then you would be like just kind of truthful or bonding. She already has an idea, or they already have an idea of who I am. Act overview. So I guess, what do I got? Blue and purple? I mean, I know there's more to do here, but probably. So, okay, so you gain one power crystal here, but I don't see anything else that gives you any more power crystals. So you'd end up where you're kind of up here in this area. Nothing else has really given me anything. But this one you need to have 3 to gain 15. Or you go to this other side. And then exit. Or you could just go left and kind of work with the truth and bond side. Condition: Jane turned Ursula's disappearance into a public scandal. This mode is inevitable. Gain just that one's just regular. Can I do this one? I can't. Oh. So I could probably do this one, but it's going to knock everything out over here. I do feel like I'm kind of relegating myself to this third one over here. So you'll go up this way. You could have 1. Gain 1, lose 1 truth. How would I be able to kind of work that back over? I'd have to go left. But I can't seem to see if I can get that one or not. The one that's right here in the middle. The eyeball. You know what? Let's go power. Let's go a little power action. Let's do that. It was weird. I was like, oh, I'll probably lean this way. But then power was like, just do it. I'm like, all right, cool. I need to stick to the plan. I move away from the camera slightly, drawing back into the shadows.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
No, come on. That's definitely you.
There's doubt in their voice. We haven't crossed paths since high school, after all, and that was more than 10 years ago.
Are you serious?
I'm afraid so. Sorry.
Oh, okay. You're the spitting image of...
Let's laugh about it.
I have a very generic Atina face. That's what everybody says.
Never mind. How can I help you today?
Yana might refuse to answer, but it'll be easier if I lie to them. This is way riskier, but if I play right, my card's right, they'll answer. Okay, so this one actually opens up a bunch more options here for what you can get out of, like... Oh, okay, let's maybe go this way. Timer 4 turns. This node is inevitable. 2 chaos crystals. You know what, let's pretend to be a random person. This feels so dishonest. I hate it.
Yeah, I'm calling from Alma Plumbing Services. We've had a huge flood over here, building on Alexopolis Road. Floor and basement totally underwater.
Last time I visited 5 years ago, we had to get them to fix a leak in the Naiads. Terrible plumbers, but excellent poets, as it turns out.
Youngay, I haven't had any reports from that area.
It's happening right now. Look, we need to identify where this water's coming from. So far, all we know is it's coming from one of your archaeological sites. We're going to need access to your subterranean mapping.
I'm afraid that data is classified. I can't just go handing it out. Actually, I really don't think this is something I can help you with at all. Let me put you through to our rapid response team.
No, what do I do now? Attack him, KB, insistent, plead. People tend to have more empathy if you're nice. Okay, that makes sense. Truth. Threatening to seek a higher truth might compel them to speak. Or I could go with this. Chaos. Timer 4 turns is noticed inevitable. So there's another power. There's a couple power crystals. I actually could get the 3 power crystals if I really wanted to, but I can't pick the chaos side of things. But I could go bond. Let's try that. Let's try the empathy. This game is fascinating. I can't let them transfer me. We have no other way to get that location.
That won't be necessary. We've got things under control over here for now. We just need to find the source.
Look, I'm really sorry about this, but I don't think...
I understand. It's just... I've no idea what to do. I'm new here, and it's like my first day, and nobody's at the office. They told me to phone you, so I'm here, not even helping with the repairs, just on the phone.
I feel dirty. This is horrible. That's okay. They can clean me up. No problem. No problem. They can fix me.
I just, this would really help. Help me, I mean, not that you have any reason to care, but, I promise we won't use the info for anything else. We just need to help these people with their homes.
There's a long pause. Too long. I'm gonna curl up and float away.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, so we went with that route. Oh. Whoops. Nowhere to go but forward. I need to double down.
Look, that'll be a waste of time for them and a waste of time for you. If you could just make this one exception, I'll get out of your hair. And you can feel good about helping these poor buggers with no homes.
Laszlo's grinding his teeth. I was trying to sound important and urgent, but that just came out as rude.
I can appreciate your situation, but this really isn't my area. These calls don't usually come through to us.
Wait, why can I select this?
There have been occasions where we've provided information on a limited basis, but, well...
Their tone is level, but there's a crack in the veneer. They're considering giving me what I want. Or have I misread their intentions? Do I need to push? Get angry? So you could just kind of go? Did I lose something there? They are thinking something you were not expecting. So can I do this one and gain a truth crystal as well? Or am I... If this is the Yana I remember, they'll have some deep-seated anxieties about being associated with MK. Time to push on that weak spot.
Well, that's a shame. We were hoping to tell everyone here that MK was on their side. You know, here to help, behind them all the way. They'll be so disappointed.
They're smirking.
I'm sorry to hear Monoconcern has disappointed the public. We're always striving to please our customers.
Is this the Yana I knew? Have they become a fully indoctrinated MK believer? Or is there a hint of desperation there? Are they just deflecting? Under the cynicism? Did my threat hit home? I have no idea how to interpret their words. Yeah, hey, same. Okay, so you can kind of just farm these unless it... Oh, you can even still work with that. That's weird. Gain 1 power. Unlocked by Be Insistent. Can I pick this one? Oh, okay. Okay, it's all or nothing
I'm not
now.
asking for the moon on a stick here. I just need the location data for some underground MK facilities. I get that MK loves its secrecy, but they're just a bunch of tunnels. No one will care. No one will know. No one except me. And the people whose homes I'm trying to save.
Is that so? I actually had a friend whose mother was extremely interested in those sites.
Uh-oh.
And if they ever got hold of this information, who knows what kind of trouble they'd get themselves into.
They're staring right at me. Through me, almost. They know. I'm busted. Wonder what the prison sentence for requesting confidential information under a false name is.
I suppose it's lucky I haven't heard from her in years. Were your colleagues able to identify an approximate region? Anything at all?
Are they playing along? What's happening? I've got to go along with it, whatever it is.
Yes, they have. They believe it's coming from some ruins. An old Oxyon site, maybe? Big one.
Keep pushing. Logging in. Wait, are they actually going through with this? Revoke. Well, I don't want to annoy Yana. So I think this is actually okay to, like, do this. Have 1 truth crystal, gain 1 power crystal. That way I'd be able to go up. This way I'd be able to grab... Oh, I kind of blocked myself out there. Gain 1 power crystal, you'd have to have 3. So I'll probably lean left there. Wait, what? Why is that annoyed? Wait, hold on. Oh, this node is inevitable. 2 chaos crystals. Wait, why? What? Yana grunts. Uh-oh.
Look, I'm not the police, I'm not security, so let's just cut the crap, okay?
Okay, here's where the game is like kind of showing its seams and its cracks like just a little bit. It's the like the LA Noire effect of like we're kind of making progress and then it regresses in some weird way. Like you make a wrong assertion and they like respond in a totally awkward way. This is kind of what we're getting here, where I made progress with Yana, and then I said the wrong thing and now they're all irritated.
What do you want?
Laszlo and Omar have stopped breathing. Here we go.
A temple. We're looking for a temple.
They sigh again. But now they're definitely looking something up.
There are no accessible temples in town. Look, can't you just call the police or the local maintenance crews?
Please. It's just one little thing. I swear I saw a temple or something down there.
Nah, not possible. The only temple in that region is completely off limits.
Laughter in the distance. Somewhere behind my eyes. It must be chaos. Okay, so does that now unlock this? Wait, why was that? Huh. I'm Polly? Are we gonna just reveal it anyway? Jane Doe. Have 2 chaos crystals. Oh, you can gain 10. Node is inevitable, and that cancels everything else out. Interesting. Oh, that's too bad. It cancels all of it out. Have one truth, one bond. Oh man, I'm stuck. I'm stuck again at this like turning point thing. Damn it! It's like you can restart the chapter, which is like kind of a long way to go back, but boy, it's gain one bond and then lose one truth. Go that way. Have 2 truth crystals. Gain 15. But I can't get... you know what? Oh, it's locked! Oh! Why is it locked? Oh, well, I guess we're going the power route? Hello? Wait. Am I stuck? Do I have to go all the way up here? Am I really... What the hell? Am I really stuck with that? Locked. 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 Nothing's gone as planned as I expected. What did I do wrong? I'm so confused. Well, I think this is the only way for me to go. Alright, well. Yana lets out a sigh.
The only site that even slightly matches your information is directly under Monoconcern HQ.
MK headquarters. Though it was built quite recently, this building, known as the Arrow, has been become the beating heart of New Elysia? Welcoming thousands of employees each day. This is the place from which Monoconcern operates. It is operated to the public. It is open to the public every Wednesday and hosts open employment workshops every Saturday for any Atina residents looking for new job opportunities. You can also visit the penthouse anytime for a unique view over Atina.
And it's currently being restored. It's off limits to everyone except the specialist team.
MKHQ? Laszlo's eyes go wide. What exactly has Ursula gotten herself into? But Omar has turned away. Is that surprise? Shame? Did he have suspicions that this is what we'd find?
Unless there's anything else?
No. No, you've been very helpful.
They immediately hang up.
Thank you.
Pressure builds behind my eyes. Oh no, not now.
That was a mess of massive proportions. An absolute delight. 1,000 thank yous, my dear. I haven't laughed like that in an age. And you got your information too. Everybody wins.
I try to block out their laughter as they disappear into the ether.
MK headquarters? How did this happen?
Lost in his thoughts, Omar doesn't respond. Laszlo looks completely devastated. Short of news of Ursula's death, this is the worst development I can imagine. So that's it? I did well. Did I? Play an objective related to power. I mean, I did well to get an achievement. I don't know where I went wrong. Nice move. Play an objective related to chaos. Alright. Sure. I genuinely am confused where I went wrong. Was it that I played... Maybe I tripped myself. I think it was the second node right here. Like, we were in the 1, and then it goes to the 3. I did the one to the left, and I should have just kept going up, but I went to the right for whatever reason. I didn't think it would let me go, and then it just kind of did. So, but that's how we're playing it. Not worrying about restarting chapters or anything. We're just playing it. This is the playthrough. Okay. So we're working our way through Act 2 here. You can see a lot going on. Let's see. Making some achievement progress. 20 chaos nodes, or 20 chaos crystals, 20 power crystals. Bliss hasn't really been much of a factor here. A couple of achievements unlocking, feeling good. That's what we like to see. All right. So we will reveal 3 nodes way deep down. Doesn't matter, because we're going to get to it anyway. 1 truth, 1 bond. And then we're kind of over here. Then we got a split. We'll go left or right. Looks like we have more crystals on the right than on the left. Not really much as far as Bliss is concerned. That'll be interesting as we work through this. All right. Back at the bar, everything seems shockingly normal. Laszlo stands tall behind the counter, idly cleaning a glass that's already sparkling. Omar scanning through a pocket diary, jotting down a note every now and then. Despite the rumble of the trams above, it's quiet, tense.
Hey, hi, Polly.
Oh, hey, Jade, how are you? Good to see you. Jade is the last person I expected to see again. Last time she looked exhausted, one small push away from collapsing entirely. But here she is, looking great, buzzing with energy, even if her shoulders are hunched and her eyes are ever so slightly clouded. Nora follows close behind.
We could use all the help we could get.
She blushes and readjusts her beanie. When she sees me smiling, she rolls her eyes but can't help but grin back. The newcomer takes the stools. The newcomers take stools by the counter. The gang's all here, waiting for me.
So,
This is harder than I thought.
first, the good news. We know where Ursula is.
Where she might be.
Well, yes. Second, the bad news. We need to act. Even if it means heading to MKHQ. Which is, yeah, a lot.
There was a reason I was never elected class president.
But where to start?
He's always been good under pressure, calm, controlled.
Well, we've got a crew at least. That's a start.
You lot aren't exactly hardcore resistance fighters, but I've seen worse.
Something sparkles between her and Nora, lightening the
I
mood.
already said I'm all in. If that helps.
It does, actually. Support is the only thing I have right now. Support, comfort, and plans. Actually, quite a lot when you think about it.
We're here too, you know.
Oh, hey, Bliss.
We will aid you in any way we can.
Will you?
The closer you come to your goal, the more egregor you acquire. The more power we have available to penetrate Chaos's hiding place.
Why do I get the impression that it's going to be me going into that maze of theirs? I need to concentrate on the here
All
and
right,
now.
then. Let's hear your ideas. There are no wrong answers.
All right. Attack from the inside. Truth, crystal +1. And Omar has been hiding an important information all along. Okay, that's weird. Jade has formed an unexpected anti-MK ally. Bond crystal. Trust Omar. Listen to Laszlo's suspicions. Bring a jammer. Call for backup. Oh, and then those unlock nodes later on. That one unlocks. Huh. Interesting. That one unlocks an entire ending. any of these other ones like block out just an entire thing? Interesting. Kind of want to just take that route. Just to at least give myself the option with Omar raises his hand politely. He's obviously thought long and hard about what to say.
I have connections.
What kind of connections?
People. People who can get us through New Elysia. Straight to the tower. Safely. Quietly.
That's very convenient.
Jade narrows her eyes at Omar. He meets her gaze, smiling a little. After a moment, she smiles back. Maybe she isn't the only one fighting the good fight on Atina.
It's too early to promise anything, and I don't want to involve my people before I know I can trust you. All of you.
Wait. Trust us?
I don't know you. Not really. I know your mother, Polly, and I know her intentions are good, but...
Silence.
There are a lot of new faces here, and trust is earned, not given. No offense.
None taken, I think.
I press on before Laszlo can lash
Hard
out.
to commit to a plan we know nothing about, though.
I've always looked at these things like jazz.
I sense Laszlo's ears perk up. He and Omar might have finally found something in common.
We agree on a harmony. We write the chords, then we jam. From beginning to end, until everybody's played their part. I can get us through New Elysia into MK Tower. From there, well, all jazz needs a little improv.
Another silence. That man seems to attract them.
He's right.
The anger is gone. Nothing like a jazz metaphor to calm our grizzly bear down.
What's inside those ruins is a mystery. We have a plan to get in,
You're welcome.
and we need a plan to get out.
Got that covered. These are good contacts.
Nobody asks for details.
So, if we do this, we're going to have to trust you, even though you don't trust us.
Look, I like you. All of you. As much as I can after, what, a few hours? But Ursula's a vital part of my research. And she's my friend. I'm here for her. You can trust me on that.
His words have the ring of truth to them. His plan is to improvise, creativity above surety. It's bold, risky. Can we trust him? I want this one because I'm curious about this ending all the way out there. I've been putting off talking to Laszlo since we arrived. He's positively vibrating with tension.
This isn't heading in the right direction.
What do you mean?
These plans, they're barely even ideas. They're what-ifs, maybes.
He's not wrong.
Polly, you're going to get yourself thrown in jail. Or worse.
Murder, murder, murder. If we fail, he's definitely not
We
wrong.
need to act. And this isn't your forte, kid. I'm sorry.
Kid?
You know what I mean. None of us are experts in this stuff, you included.
But we have to try.
So what am I going to do, Stay here while you all risk your lives? Wait for the sirens and the MK officials knocking down my door?
Honestly, yes.
Blunt. Too blunt.
I love you, Laszlo. But we need discretion. And that isn't your forte.
Discretion? You're going to talk to me about discretion after that little call of yours? Hell, I'm surprised we haven't seen your face on the news yet. Imposter infiltrates MK. Have you seen this girl?
Girl. Huh. I know he wants what's good for us. For me. I really do, but...
Grandpa, stop. Please. You need to trust Polly. You need to trust all of us. Whatever happens.
Blast. I just...
Please.
Behind his eyes, gears are turning. He sighs like a deflating balloon. the energy seeping out of him. He's shaking his head, almost in mourning.
Look at me. When did I become a bloody pushover?
Then you'll stay behind? Promise? I need to hear it.
I promise.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, all of you.
From the corner of my eye, I see Omar smiling. It's faint, but genuine. I look at Laszlo, giving him a smile and a nod. He nods back and plants the cleanest glass in the world he's ever seen on the bar. Oh, so you have to go back and actually listen to all the plans. Okay, cool. Jade and Nora start to bicker. Jade's forcing Nora's hand in the air like they're in school.
Tell me. I know you have something in mind.
No, I remembered something, and it's... No, it's nothing.
Tell her. It's a proper plan. And I know all about proper plans.
Behind the counter, Laszlo chuckles. A cocktail of pride and amusement.
Okay. Well, back when it first opened, I took a tour of MK Tower.
Done it myself. Scouting. Bloody awful experience.
It was, but the guide made a point of telling us all about the area, how the tower was built, the, foundations.
Foundations? The temple.
Even pointed out which door led down there.
Oh shit.
The plan is to book a tour and sneak away. Take a trip downstairs.
It's bold. Bold and crazy. Bold and crazy and dangerous.
No.
What?
No, that's absurd. You'll be caught, arrested, guaranteed.
I have to admit, it's a lot.
When did anyone manage to change things? Really change things, without taking a few risks? All this is the tip of something. A conspiracy, the end of society, whatever.
And Ursula's our way in. We need to save her for her sake, but in the end, she's just...
Her voice trembles.
A drop in an ocean of oppression and violence. MK must be stopped. It's about more than just us today. More than just the here and now.
He's right. We can't avoid taking risks any longer. From now on, every action we take is a gamble, and the odds are stacked against us. I glance at Laszlo. He drops his head in desperate agreement. No matter how much he loves his granddaughter, he's in.
Okay. Tell me more.
Take it slow. Check every corner. Doubt every fact. I can see the future, but I can't change the past. I cannot forget that. Okay, call for backup. Jade breaks the silence.
Gizmos.
Huh?
Gizmos. Love me some gizmos. Could bring a jammer. Standard kit for a citizen revolutionary. Might give us an edge.
How does it work?
Neutralizes drones. Other MK shit. Feedback loops their comm relay. Sends them into temporary shutdown. Could slow them down and give us more time to find Ursula.
We could use some of those at the Naiads.
Yeah, we could.
The jammer's small. Discreet. Can't hurt to bring it along.
If we go that route, it could come in handy. If.
He wants to protect us. He cares about all of us. That's just how he is. Okay, so now we're here. What should I do? Now may be the right time to ask the aspirations for advice. Alright, then we're going to start getting into, like, the depth. Into some deep play here. Palms on the table. Warped plastic beneath my fingers.
Let's go. I'll make up my mind on the way.
Whatever the mood was before I spoke, it's gone now. Whatever the plan was before I stood up, it's now in motion. One by one, we leave our tables and stools. Laszlo lowers the shutter, closing the bar. No turning back now. It's really interesting how short some of the... Oh, never mind. Just kidding. We're continuing on. We walk in silence for a few minutes along the busy streets, food stands, vendors, crowded trams. Then Jade speaks, almost a whisper, directly into my ear.
Up there.
Drones above our heads. They buzz like mosquitoes on a hot summer
Keep a
evening.
low profile. Everything's going to be all right.
Suddenly, I feel like I'm on full display, an actor in a show, performing for unseen eyes.
A complex situation.
It's been a while. I've been wondering what they'd be, or when they'd show up again. I keep walking, watching for watchers.
True. Guess that's how you got your name, huh?
Do not be blinded by pride. Face the reality of the task ahead.
A low hum fills my head with pain and
I'm
doubt.
trying.
You must all come together. Seek cohesion through communion.
Bond, supportive, in his own
We
way.
have a plan.
You have a seed of an idea. You need to come up with a plan.
Not helping.
There's no time for doubt, only for action. Decisive action, Polly. Seize the moment.
Everyone's here. It's a real party.
Yes, you're not helping. Any of you.
Then you're not listening.
How can I when you're each trying to send me down different paths towards different outcomes?
The future is like a car with no brakes, careening out of control. All I can do is choose which road it goes down.
Polly? You alright?
We're here, a few blocks outside the new Elysia quarter.
Hey,
My head's still pounding, but at least it's just me in there now.
Stress gets the best of us, mate. Just try not to stumble about like a...
Like a sleepwalker.
Fine. I'm fine. Thinking.
They don't believe me. I wouldn't believe me.
This is it. Up to you now, Polly. What's it going to be?
Their eyes and their hopes are all focused on me. What should I do? Let's go on the tour. Let's follow Omar. So we might be safer depending on how much Omar is hiding from us. Let's go on the tour. And Jade and Nora seem so confident, and this looks like fun. Now, it does not seem to close off any endings going this way. Do the tour. I've made up my mind.
Jade, Nora. The three of us have a good shot at infiltrating the place without being noticed.
Omar doesn't react. Laszlo definitely isn't happy, but a look from his granddaughter kills his oncoming barrage of words before it begins.
I know it's dangerous, but we can be quicker and more discreet this way.
Laszlo's jaw is tight, but he keeps his thoughts to himself.
I'm responsible for the girls. If anything happens, I'll make sure they get away. Understood?
If you say so.
Okay. We'll see you at home.
Home. What a strange word. The group splits, the girls and I start towards MK Tower. Home. Atina was my home, and now? Now I have to crane my neck like a bird watcher to see the summit of the monstrous building before us. New Elysia. Built to serve Atina's growing population, this brand new district showcases the island's development and appeal. Monoconcern bought up most of Atina's farmland to erect these buildings, propelling the island into the 21st century. Built around a simple but effective grid plan, New Elysia is a shining example of the unstoppable force of progress. Designed by Monoconcern at the turn of the century, it took more than 20 years to see it rise from the dust. Roughly 10,000 people worked to construct it. A couple more locations to discover. But the tower isn't a bird, quite the opposite. It's an oppressive and ugly phallus of glass and steel. It's oppressive and...
The tours leave from that booth over there.
Time to blend in.
We're tourists. Easy for me. It's basically true. You two, act happy.
Big ask.
So many drones. I hope they won't recognize you, Polly.
The tour booth is inside a small structure covered in 6-foot-tall screens flashing MK ads to the world. The next group is just about ready to depart. Perfect timing.
Shit.
What?
The guide. The guide's a drone.
Oh, of course it is. Why pay someone when you can build a machine to do it for free?
Standard operating procedure for them. Mark my words. Soon every job on the island will be done by these... things.
Too late now. I buy 3 tickets and we join the group. The tour drone? Oh my god. The tour drone circles us, hovering just above the ground, then flies forward to open the first door. The thing introduces itself as Peggy D. What? It's as annoying as its presence is grating. As part of its speech, it claims to be a, quote, true smart guy.
Because the previous guys were all idiots.
Yes. The drone continues with its monologue, welcoming us to the beating heart of Atina. I groan reflexively. The whole group follows the drone and enters the tower. I can't help but see all of us as what we are. Lambs, gleefully walking into the slaughterhouse. Oh. I see you. Conditions. Everybody knows you're looking for Ursula. Keeping the search for Ursula a secret. So this one has the one 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Nora and Jade's diversion, closed door, open door. Oh, okay. I can do that. The tour is excruciating. Why anyone would pay to hear a drone list all the ways MK creates 10 problems by fixing one is beyond me. Each time Nora, Jade, or I try to look around, let alone sneak away, the drone lights up and to beckon us back. Like a sheepdog with an unruly flock.
It knows me. Sure of it.
Something's got it spooked. Won't leave us be.
That thing launches into a long story about the amazing construction feat that is MK Tower. There's talk of negative carbon footprints and replanted rainforests. Then I see it. It looks just like... it looks just... Then I see it. Just looks like another one of the many emergency doors we've passed, but... No, this is the one. There's dirt on the floor to each side. Oh my gosh. Oof, I was like really in a flow there, and then these last couple of sentences have really tripped me up. There's dirt on the floor to each side of the door. Excavated earth. Missed by the ceiling's drones. Track marks too. Heavy ones. I elbow the girls.
That's gonna be it. That's our way in.
Alright, Nora. Would you like to not scream, please? That's the door that we need to get into!
But what about the drone?
This is it. The moment when your faith is rewarded.
I agree with Bond and smile. Lose 1 Bond crystal. I think we go with this one. We picked it so that I could use it later on down the line. I elbow Jade.
Time for your party trick.
Sweet. Been waiting for this.
She glances at Nora, eyes
This
sparkling.
should be interesting.
I see Jade's fingers fish for the jammer inside her overalls. She's still looking to Nora, smiling.
Showtime.
She sets off the jammer. The drone hovers for a moment, its LEDs flashing in a jaunty pattern. Then, all hell breaks loose.
Shit!
Every light just went dark, every ad, every
Look at
panel.
me. Well, that's new.
The guide drone crashes to the ground, off Wiedersehen, boring little Hindenburg.
Now!
We rush through the door without hesitation. Oh, well, I am locked to this one. At least you're not alone. Is there anything else I can do? Oops, whoa, 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 settle down. Oh, this is the node to play. Stairs, lots of stairs. The walk back up will be an ordeal, but we'll deal with that later, if we make it out at
How
all.
deep does this go?
Jade's voice echoes through the staircase, every reverberation more sinister than the last.
Brought warmer clothes.
She's right. The railing is wet and frigid under my hand. The temperature has dropped so much it...
Feels like we're exploring a tomb in an adventure movie.
Like Indiana Jones and the whatever in theaters now? That's exactly it, except we're not about to find treasure at the end. My mother doesn't count.
But no spiders, please.
More flights of stairs, but eventually we arrive at a door. It has a glass panel that allows us a peek of what's ahead. And what's ahead is...
Shit.
Through the glass, I see Yana leaning against the wall, waiting for us, for me.
Oh, they don't like you, Paul.
I mean, yeah. If looks could kill and all that.
It's alright. They, maybe it's better if...
Oh man, the tension.
Come on, we're going back up.
What?
We're making sure nobody's following us. Come on.
And that's it. Now it's just me, hand on the door, a few steps from Yana.
Shit.
Only one way to find out. Entrance located, but why are they here? Why now? Maybe I sounded suspicious on the phone. Yeah, you don't think so. You don't think, huh? Life is strange. Sometimes that just hits me. Sometimes I think about how good Life is Strange True Colors is, and I'm like, damn, what a game. Here I am, infiltrating an MK building to begin my search for an ancient mystic temple. Abruptly, I stop. I'm not under the tower anymore. I'm somewhere else. Reverie. Somewhere in Bond's mangrove forest, but he's nowhere to be seen. Behind the trees, through the leaves, I can feel Yana's presence. Yana's very close. They wait for me in the real world. Yana and their keen eyes, their sharp aura, their ways I apparently haven't forgotten. Yana, the walking reminder of how much I missed out on. Yana, the walking reminder of how much I missed out on when I left Atina.
Harmony, are you quite well?
I am... My mind was drifting and...
He raises his head. He felt Yana, my thoughts of Yana, like a sonic boom above our heads.
This one. They are important to you?
They... could be. I haven't seen them in so long.
Forgotten feelings.
Is it a warning? An omen? Before I can reply, I'm pulled back to Brittle to the ruins. My mother can't be far.
Hey.
Oh, hi. How are you? Doing good? You good? You good? You look nice.
Hey.
Hey. There's a gate in front of us leading to the next room of the ruins. I'm stuck in a room with Yana. That must be how everyone feels on a date with me. It's just like, ah, shit. Avoid them. Talk to them. Huh, either way, you know what? We'll talk to them. We'll just chat. We'll shoot the shit a little bit. No way around it. I have to talk to Yana here and now.
I don't know why you're here, but I wish we were somewhere else, under very different circumstances. My life was on a very different path before my mother disappeared, and since then, everything's been a whirlwind. Emotions all over the place.
What am I saying? Should I be saying this?
There's a lot to talk about, but it's not the right time for either of us.
Do I end with a smile? Should I just turn around and hope they don't have anything to say? A couple of seconds pass, and then Yana sighs. A deep sigh, their face full of complex emotions. Icy assistance, heart-to-heart talk. Gate 1 chaos? Can I pick this one? I cannot. Oh boy. The sigh dissipates. It's just them and me.
I believed you, you know? I listened to your little speech, and you were playing me like a fiddle.
I mean, I could play you like a fiddle later tonight if you were interested.
Yana, I felt horrible about it. All that talk. I was lost. I was frantic about my mother and...
Their face twitches. Wrong track to take.
Let's talk about this. Once it's all over.
What's over, Polly? Where does this end? You're diving deep into uncharted waters, and there are sharks down here.
I know where I'm going. I know. Trust me.
Really? How so? Did you become a soothsayer all of a sudden?
I try not to react.
What's in my hand right now?
Their left hand is deep inside their pocket. Could be anything.
Ooh, a gun. That'd be fun. But unfortunately, it's not a gun. This time.
So?
Any other MK employee would have called this in by now. But you? No.
I'm not bluffing. I know Yana. Despite their career choice, they wouldn't do
You
that.
helped me get this far, even though I lied. You just wanted to have a word before whatever's behind that door. Am I right?
You are.
I try not to sag with relief. Thank you, aspirations, even the ones I don't really
You
like.
made this.
They produce a simple rectangle of plastic, a key card.
Take it, and maybe we can hash this all out someday, in a more appropriate setting.
Like your bedroom?
I'll wait for you. And then... Yes. I'd love to clear the air.
They extend their arms as far as possible. The key card is between their fingers, within my reach. I grab it. Our eyes meet quickly, and then I whirl. The card goes in and out, and I push the door open, stepping deeper into the ruins. Okay, so... have 2 chaos crystals. Oh, I don't have any. Okay, alright. Gain 10. Let's see. 1 bond and 2 truth. Nope, don't have that. 2 bond and 1 truth. That one I have. And then 2 power. So we are locked into family reunion. You did well, Harmony. You showed your mother support and warmth. Endless corridors and doors. An elevator. Passageways in every direction. This feels more like an anthill than anything else. And no sign of Jade. No sign of Nora. Until I reach the center of the ruins. Until I find Oxyon Ruins. Dotted across most of Atina's underground, Oxyon Ruins are under Monoconcern's care. Regarded as our island's most prized historical legacy, they draw people from all over the world. The Oxyons are unique to our island, a mysterious and astute people who left us with a plethora of temples and riddles. These temples remained abandoned for most of our recent history until Monoconzern decided to fund the Oxyon renovation plan to protect and restore over 50 sites across the island.
Mother?
She doesn't move, lost in her thoughts, or maybe in some sort of trance.
Heart. Do you feel it?
Slow. Very slow.
Your mother's heart beats only for herself. The more one is lost to selfishness, the slower, the fainter a heart beats.
From another entrance, two silhouettes appear. I look around frantically for a hiding place, but I recognize their voices.
I'm here!
Polly! Oh, no.
The three of us circle Ursula, almost as if her feet don't touch the ground.
What the
Is she...
He's fine, I think. As long as we get out of here as fast as possible.
Yeah, we lost them, but not for long. We got minutes, maybe.
I put my hand on my mother's shoulder and shake her, gently at first, then harder, until she finally opens her eyes. I help her stand up. She's as tall as me, just shakier on her legs.
You're all here. Jade, Polly, and Nora.
She gingerly reaches out with trembling fingers, embraces Nora. There's that feeling again, like a shattering in my chest, reminding me of why I left in the first place.
We have to hurry. MK's right behind us.
Ursula looks around the ruins as if seeing them for the first time.
She is alive. She is here. Give her but a moment.
Rushing her will accomplish little. She needs to appreciate the fullness of the situation and what you have done.
Tired and unsteady, Ursula walks a few meters in silence, and then she collapses. Jade rushes over to help support.
I have, so many questions.
Later.
She remains silent after that as we rush through corridors and hallways. Finally, we reach an elevator. A minute later, we're outside, free of MKHQ, back in the hot streets of Atina. End of the chapter. Oh, so I only have collective win. Invest more time in those around you and see what they have to offer. Do not hesitate. Be bold and direct. People will see the rightness of your actions. 23 chaos or truth crystals. You did it. You will no longer be the same as before because of how much you learned. We did it. We leave through the same rooms and the same corridors. This time, though, they feel void of danger. It's not until we near the Naiads that I dare look at my mother.
Have a lot of explaining to do.
Old woman.
Being lectured by my own daughter. Truly, how delightful.
Ursula, born March 27, 1972, ex-Monoconzern employee, retired poets. Never married, mother of, oh boy, Mania Beauclair, current partner Laszlo Cesar. Earned a PhD in dead languages in France, moved to Atina to work with researchers on Oxyon poetry, and published a book on the topic. Joined Monoconzern briefly, where she met Marco Ricci, left for undisclosed reasons, has been living at the Naiads for decades, where she organizes artist residencies.
Don't start with the sarcasm. After everything we just did, you have no right.
A fair point. Although I must say, I didn't ask for your assistance.
What were you doing? Where were you? Why didn't you leave a note or a letter or something?
And that's why you always leave a note.
I I don't have the answers you're looking for.
Ah, great. Wouldn't be the first time.
How can that possibly be true?
I need time. It has been a frightfully stressful day, and I need to sleep some things off. Please, darling. I'm tired. Let's go inside.
She's not lying about that, at least. She looks terrible. Her eyes drifting lazily out of focus now and again. Without another word, we set off towards home. There the atmosphere is morose, to say the least. I take the first opportunity to hightail it out of our little reunion. By the time I'm alone again, I feel the tug of reverie. There's no point in resisting as much as I'd like to. Within moments, the familiar feeling takes me, and I open my eyes to see truth before me.
You found your mother at last. Impressive. I'm sure you are simply thrilled to have her back.
Of course I am. I mean, she was never the easiest person to get on with, but I'm glad for Laszlo and Nora. The stress was killing them.
And me.
The time has come to track down our missing sibling. We will need them to pry Glory from her little stronghold.
Chaos.
And I'm sure the others have lingering questions as well on the subject of my shattering.
We move further into reverie, joining the other aspirations. There's a tremor. There's a tremor of anticipation in the air.
With the egregor you found, you're ready to enter Chaos's maze. Be brave. You will face many truths amongst those pathways. Some exceedingly unpleasant.
I'm speaking before I've even noticed my... What? I'm speaking before I've fully noticed my own intention.
I'm ready.
I am ready. The lover was Chaos. Oh my gosh, who could have guessed? An opportunity to talk to Chaos is something I can't afford to waste. They must be the most elusive and capricious of all the aspirations.
Brava, dearie, brava. Fancy seeing you here.
You? And my mother?
What can I say? I'm a card.
How? Why?
Why? Because we fell in love. As a matter of fact, she seduced me. I wanted to remain aloof, unattainable. But your mother, she has her ways. What, did you think I bewitched her? Cast an evil love spell? Oh no, dearie. Sorry to disappoint.
So why then? Why did you imprison truth?
To end the Age of Glory.
Their painted faces and eerie, is eerie in its sudden stillness.
The others wouldn't exactly have approved of my methods, and without truth, they were blind to my little scheme.
Chaos stares at me unblinkingly, their face blank. There's something in that gaze that reminds me of my mother. A glint of calculating scrutiny reflected in a funhouse mirror. If they expect me to turn away, they'll be disappointed.
Ursula chose me as the new reigning aspiration, but we were robbed of the chance to follow through. I'm afraid the glorious age of chaos is on the back burner at the moment. The priority now is simply to end Glory's reign. A mortal construct has its hooks in Glory, and deeply. One with which you are fast becoming familiar. Rhymes with phono sunburn.
I take a few moments just to process this, to visualize the many implications and the interweaving paths I've seen crossing the Agrigorial. Agrigol? Chaos seems to be getting impatient with me.
I'm sorry, was that too easy? Would you rather answer my riddles 3?
Absolutely not.
What do you call an aspiration without a Gregor?
No riddles, please.
The answer is desperate, Harmony. Desperate.
Their eyes glitter with paint-streaked sockets. Within paint-streaked sockets.
Would you look at the time? I really must be going. Toodles!
Alright, Act 3, the battle begins. Okay, looks like we're gonna have a little bit of the pink one. Bliss is the kind of the one that we're looking for. Chaos, power, bliss, crystals. Act 3, Act 4, Harmony acts. Found a way into Yana's heart. Rip that achievement. Play an objective related to glory and related to bliss. Oh. Well, we haven't met glory yet. 19, bond or chaos. 25, bliss, truth, or power. Interesting. Alright, so Act 3, the battle begins. That'll be next time here on, or inside, Harmony, the Fall of Reverie. Is that what this game is called? I can never remember. Yes, it is. This was episode number 3. I'm gonna hedge a bet that we'll have 2 more after this. Maybe 3, depending on how long, like, Act 4 goes. But, yeah, it's very interesting so far. I really like this, the Agrigorial sort of thing of, like, looking in and going, like, oh, like, we can follow these paths. Like, it's getting super wild out here. Kind of just following it through. Only a couple of endings this time around. But yeah, having a good time with this one. And we will continue it sometime soon here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. So if you'd like to see more, be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You will be notified when I post new videos, and you can follow along as we play through Harmony, the Fall of Reverie, and a bunch of other games here on the channel. So we'll see you another day in something different. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.